We are gathered here to fill you with fear and give you a treat for your ears as we invade your mind with our scary rhymes and some tales that can be gory. As you bear witness and sit here and listen to our poetic horror stories. My name is Layla, and my twin name is Sheila. We are identical twins. We look exactly the same, but we are nothing alike. She is quiet, shy, awkward, and an introvert, while I'm loud, outgoing, confident. I like to assert. For the longest time, I have tried to get her to step out of her comfort zone, to encourage her to meet new people, to go out more. This is a choice I will live to regret, and now I'm in a real mess. I talked my sister into going out to a party with me, where I got her to drink. I wanted her to loosen up a bit, but I ended up pushing her too far too fast. She drank way too much alcohol that night. When we left the party, she told me she didn't feel right. I took her home, told her to go to bed and sleep it off. I told her you mostly will have a wicked hangover in the morning, but she'll be fine. I passed out on her couch in front of the TV. I woke up at 3 a.m. I really needed to pee. When I was done, I walked to my sister's room and I took a peek inside. I wanted to check in on her to see if she was all right. When I walked up to her bedside, I tapped on her shoulder to wake her up. I quickly recoiled my hand because she was cold to the touch. This is just a friendly reminder to please like and comment to let us know how we are doing so far. We would love to hear from you all. And if you're new, please subscribe and become a part of the PHS crew. And we thank you. That's when it hit me that my sister wasn't breathing. I was stunned. I couldn't believe it. I started to cry out, "No!" But it was too late. My twin sister was now gone. I held my sister in my arms and stayed with her all night long. It was because of me that my twin sister is dead. I believe she died because of alcohol poisoning. Again, this is my fault. I felt really, really bad. I picked up the phone to call 911, but I quickly hung up due to a thought. My family will blame me for this. They will disown me and put me out of the will. My family is very rich. Well, mother and father are. My mother and father were two of a kind, but my father had no spine. He would do anything my mother said. He was her yes man. And my twin sister was my mother and father's favorite twin. You see, I'm the black sheep in the family. And if they find out my sister is dead because I took her out to a party and forced her to drink, they will never forgive me. I believe they would rather me to take my twin sister's place. They would be happier if it was my death. I dried my eyes, and I made a decision to sacrifice my life. I will have to take my twin sister's place. I will pretend to be her. Me being dead, my mother and father, they won't really care much. They always thought I was going to delete myself anyways. They never had faith in me. They always saw me as a leech. They felt like I lived recklessly, that I don't care about anything. But I loved and cared for my sister. I'd do anything for her, but this isn't what she deserves. I picked up the phone, I called 911, and I pretended to be her. Then I sat there waiting next to my dead twin sister. When the paramedics arrived, all I could do was cry. I really wished it was me. I was numb and in disbelief. My mother and father made it to my sister's home quickly. They were so happy to see me, but they thought I was Sheila, of course. My twin sister, really. They hugged me so tightly. They seemed so happy. When we had my sister's wake, my parents seemed okay. You should have seen them. They were smug and condescending, especially my mother. She said, yes, it's really sad and it's hard when you lose a child. But Layla was a hellraiser, and she lived a lifestyle that was crazy and wild. I had already prepared myself. I knew she would be the one who would end up in an early grave. Just look at Sheila. She is my angel. She is so responsible and well-mannered and behaved. True, it's sad, but I know it was always going to turn out this way. I was upset to hear her say this to me. Actually, I was really pissed. I knew mother and father were toxic people, but they were proving to me they were just evil. That was it for me. I left the wake in a rage, and I didn't speak to them for days. When I did finally speak to them again, I spoke to my mother. She asked me why I left the wake without saying a word. I told her I needed space. I just needed to get away. I needed some time to think. My mother said, I understand that you are really missing your sister Layla, and you feel responsible for her. But this is not your fault. But to be truthful, your sister brought this on herself by drinking and partying too much. It's almost like she had a death wish, to be honest. This is an unfortunate turn of events, and I'm trying not to point fingers, but we both know Layla was a mess. And as the saying says, she made her bed and, well, she has no choice now but to lay in it. I couldn't believe she just told me that. I instantly went into a rage. But I took a deep breath and I closed my eyes for a few seconds to clear my head. And I said, Mother, let me tell you a secret. I'm not dead. I'm Layla, not Sheila. You are talking to me. Sheila was the one who overdrank and poisoned herself accidentally. Your favorite daughter drank herself to death. I pretended to be Sheila because I felt it was my fault. And I knew you wouldn't feel so bad if it was me instead of her. I know you and Father always thought I was a lost cause, but Sheila never thought I was. I now know she was my best friend in this whole world, and I'm going to miss her. But I will live for us both. I will no longer live under your control. I will no longer live under your thumb. Sorry, but you have not just lost Sheila, but now you have lost the both of us. And don't worry about disowning me. You can keep your money. My mother was speechless and didn't know what to say. And before she could say another word, I hung up in her face. I know she didn't think things would end this way. This happened over 2 years ago, and I don't speak with my parents anymore. But I am happy, though, to be out of that toxic relationship. But I wish I didn't have to lose my sister to finally recognize it.